Okay, boys and girls. So today in Fundations, we're going to learn a new letter of the day. We are going to be able to correctly form the letter and match the beginning sounds to the objects, okay? So let's do our sound drill now. I'm going to get my cards ready. And today, Miss Castro is going to pick a boy to help me with the letters of the alphabet, okay? I had Elijah and Jace already help me. So maybe Noah, do you want to help Miss Castro today? It's okay if you don't want to. If you do, that would be great. Or we could save it for another day.
Do you want to help Miss Castro? Yes? Okay.
Okay, you're going to help me, Noah. So what you have to do, Noah, make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight.
Sit up.
Make sure that when Miss Castro says the letter, when you repeat the letter, you have to say it nice and loud so everyone can hear you, okay? All right. Noah, get ready. Boys and girls, Noah's going to help us today. Miss Castro's going to say it first, and then Noah's going to repeat it nice and loud, okay?
Come closer so they can hear you.
A or A.
Apple A.
Perfect. B, bat, B.
B B
C, cat,
E cat
D, dog, D.
E dog D
E, ed,
E A
fun,
He couldn't hear you on that one.
fun.
F.
F
Fun.
There you go. Sorry about my connection, Noah. G, game, G.
E gang good
H, hat,
Hey ha
I, itch,
I E
J, jug, J.
A shot shot
K, kite,
King kite
Say it loud.
L, lamp,
L M O
M, man,
M M
N,
N
octopus, ah.
O A
P,
B back
Panda.
U, qua.
Jim Jim Pop
R, rat,
R what R
snake,
N
T, top,
Jim that
U, up,
U R
then,
C C Cell
W, wind, wa.
W V Y
X, fox,
F for
Y, yellow, ya.
I La
Z, zebra, z.
Easy Five
Good
So,
job.
Noah, you helped out Miss Castro, and I thank you very much. And I know sometimes it's a little tough, especially when it's a Monday morning. So thank you very much, Noah. All right, boys and girls. So today, Miss Castro is showing you a new uppercase letter of, a new lowercase letter of the day. And we're going to predict
It is
what the letter of the day is. And it's actually the first letter of the alphabet. So let's see. Who's going to predict today's letter of the day?
ABCs. A. Let's get started. What could it be? I see a little star. Something yellow. And the number 6? I think I know what this is.
airplane.
Airplane starts with the letter A. Let's play again. Something green? This one's tricky. This might be an animal. Those look like legs. That's definitely an eye.
Alligator.
Alligator starts with the letter A. Okay, one more time. What could that be? This one is tricky. Could those be antennae? I think it's an insect, but what kind? Oh, I know!
Ant.
Ant starts with the letter A.
All right, so let's remember what were some of the objects that they showed us today. Gracie Mani, what's one object that we saw in today's video?
Ant.
Ant. Very, very good. Anyone else want to share? What was something else? Alina?
Alligator.
Alligator. Good. And there was one more. Who remembers what was the last one?
916.
Roslyn. I see you with your hand up, Roslyn. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Alligator.
That was what Alina already said. I have one more object that begins with the letter A that they showed us. Skyla, why don't you tell us? It was ant, alligator, and what was the last thing?
Airplane.
Excellent job, airplane. So, Aaliyah, we have alligator, ant, airplane. Aaliyah, unmute yourself and tell us what is today's letter of the day, please, my dear.
What's today's letter?
A.
Good job. Very good, Aaliyah. And it just so happens that A is the first letter of your name, Aaliyah. That's why I picked on you to tell us the letter of the day. Very good, Aaliyah. So now Ms. Cash is going to go back to her presentation. And we are going to do something new. Now, sight words is something that we also learn in kindergarten. Sight words are words that when we see them with our eyes, kind of like when we learned about the 5 senses, one of the 5 senses is our sight. Our eyes help us to see things. So when we see these words, right away, we know what they are. So the first sight word that we're going to learn today is going to be the sight word I. notice that the letter I is uppercase, which means it's a big letter. So the rest of the sight words are lowercase. But whenever you use the sight word I, it always has to be uppercase. Okay? Now, the sight word I, when you use it in a sentence or when you're expressing yourself, you're talking about yourself. So, for example, I am your teacher. Okay? So, whenever you talk about I, you are talking about yourself. Okay? So, let's go back to the letter of the day because we're going to practice forming this letter with our writing grid. So, this is a plain letter, which means we start on the plain line and it's a round letter. Just like the round letters that we learned last week, we learned the letters C, the lowercase O. Now the lowercase a is also a round letter because it's shaped in a circle and it's round. So to form the letter A, you're going to start at the plain line. You're going to fly backwards and down into the grass line. Then you're going to go back up into the plain line, and then you trace back down to the grass line. So Ms. Castro is going to show you right now on the smartboard how to form the letter A with our writing grid. So again, we have the skyline, which is up in the sky, the plain line, the grass line, and the worm line. So we're going to be focusing on the plain line and the grass line for the lowercase a. So watch Ms. Castro as she forms the letter A. You're going to fly backwards into the plain line. Around and down to the grass line, go back up, and then you make a line straight down to the grass line. And that, boys and girls, is how you form the lowercase a. So watch again. When you're forming your letter A, fly back on the plain line, around and down to the grass line. And when you go up, you're going to be on the plain line. And then what you're going to do, boys and girls, is you're going to make a stick and make sure it's touching the letter. Some of you might do this, and this is incorrect. Watch this. Don't do this, because that's not the letter A. The stick has to touch the circle, okay? So for the lowercase a, always remember that the stick must touch the circle. Also, don't do this either. Some of you might end up doing this. That's not the letter A. It sort of is, but not really. Some of you, I've seen when you write your names, you write the letter A like that, and that is incorrect. You're going out, and you're going too far. You're going almost to the worm line, so that is not correct either. Okay, boys and girls? So when you form your letter A's, you want to make sure it's nice and round. So when you form the letter, it actually ends up looking like the letter O, which is what you learned last week. And then all you have to do is just trace the line right back down to the grass line. Just trace it nice and slow. No need to rush when you're making your lowercase a. Take your time and do it nice, okay? Let me show you back the presentation. Okay, so here's a reminder in case if you don't know how to form the letter A. It's going to be on our slides, and I'm going to post this up onto the Google Classroom so that way you have it, okay? And then here I put some songs and stories of today's letter of the day. Now for today's assignments on Google Classroom, you have the lowercase a. So you form the letter A all the way across. And we're not touching the skyline, boys and girls. This is not a skyline letter. It's a plain line letter. So no touching the skyline. Take your time, nice and slow, okay? And just like how I was showing you with writing with your finger space, you should try using finger space too when you're making your letters, okay? So that way there's nice space in between. That way they're not all bunched up, okay? In the middle, you're gonna circle all the letter A's. And on the computers, on our iPad devices, the letter A also looks like that. So keep in mind about that, because there's different ways of making the A, but the way we're learning the letter A is the way Miss Cash showed you, okay? So the pictures down below, you have to color the ones that begin with the letter A. Apple, egg, hat, astronaut. Then down below we have, looks like an orange. Then the tool next to it, that's an axe. An axe you use to cut down wood. That's axe. Ant, alligator. So I'm going to give you a clue. There are 5 pictures that you need to color, because there are 5 pictures there that begin with the letter A. It has the axe sound. Okay? Then for the sight word, you're going to touch and read the sight word with your magic finger. So these black dots, you need to put your magic finger on those black dots and read the sight word. I. And then in the next section, you're going to look for the sight word I in the sentences, and then you're going to highlight it. So you can actually circle it, okay? And then you read the sentence. Look at the pictures to help you figure out what the sentence says. I can run. I can jump. I can kick. I can sit. So down below, they want you to read it 1, 2, 3 times. So all those sentences you have to read 3 times. So every time you read it once, you color in the child. And then you have to read it 3 times. And then underneath, you write your favorite sentence. So you pick which sentence you like. And then in the box below, you're going to illustrate your sentence that you wrote. Okay? So those are the Google Classroom assignments for today. And then in the presentation, I have the other resources for you boys and girls. If you need to look at them, they will be there for you, okay? So today's letter of the day is the letter A. All right? Great job, boys and girls.